Hey folks, Garrett Monroe here for Design Thinking. This short video, I'm going to go over how to build a survey using Microsoft Forms. This is totally a supplemental video for the course module. Basically, I'm showing you technically how to take the questions we've offered here in Module 7 that you're going to pitch to your users who are looking at your prototype, either through email or Zoom, and collate them, collect them via a tool to kind of more systematically analyze the results, kind of organize them, if you will. So we've outlined, Professor Ryan and myself have put together these questions for you, and rather than just sort of collecting them via email, I want to show you how to build them into a form. So everybody through your Hiram account actually has access to a number of different tools. And you probably built a survey in the past using something like a SurveyMonkey. Maybe you haven't. So this is basically another answer to that tool. How to start with it. So the way I often get to it is I go to office.com, and this will take you in where you'll sign in with your Hiram account. And then it gives you this wonderful dashboard. It might look a little different than mine right now. I have the dark theme enabled. And over on the left, you can select different apps here. And you can expand this by clicking on the grid button, or you could just be familiar with the icons. And we're looking for the Forms tool. So once you click on Forms, it'll take you into this new Forms dashboard. And up here, there's templates. You can see copies of forms I've been running recently. And when I click this down caret button, I can create a new form or a new quiz. And so a quiz is obviously what it sounds like, and a form's more of a survey. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on New Form. This is a great tool you can utilize, probably a place of work or an internship you might land yourself in here shortly. Probably also has access to Microsoft 365. I find these look a lot more professional than a lot of the freemiumware online, like SurveyMonkey, etc. So this is a lot like other Microsoft tools based in the browser. You just click on segments you want to edit. And there's a tab-based system up here. So as an editor, you have access to this responses tab. So as people respond, and you can get email updates when they respond, you can come in here and have this metadata on what the results are. You can, of course, download them in Excel or preview them here. So here you could enter a title for the form, responses for prototype. You're going to want to create your own. I'm not going to make one that you can copy and modify. Rather, I think it's better if you just sort of take the questions we've provided. I'm going to go ahead and double screen now so you can see those. And then copy them in and edit them as you need. So I'm going down to the What Works segment, and I'm finding those questions we provided. So here's just a description of the survey. And I'm going to click Add New Question, and then I can come in here and select different types of questions. Some of these might be useful, such as a rating, give it kind of a 5-star or almost a Likert scale here, 1 to 5. You can set these up. However, I'm just going to copy and paste text-based questions. So here are the ones we've provided. Again, you might want to modify these slightly, but I'm just going to drop them in and show you how quick you can bring these together. And you got a little bit of formatting issue here. You can just clean up. You want to make sure it looks nice and professional. I love that undo feature. Okay, there are a couple more tools here. I've just copied those 5 questions in that I want to show before you take off. So up here, we have some extra settings for our survey we want to make sure we click on. So when we click on share, it shows us some settings that are set up for the link. You're going to eventually copy this link and paste it in an email or social media or elsewhere. And you want to make sure that that link is set up correctly. So there's 3 different options here. Probably you want to select anyone can respond to the link. You can also set it for only people within Hiram College can respond, or only specific people. This is if you're running more of a closed group and you want to really control who can respond. So if you're inviting people, just specific people within Hiram, such as peers within this course, you might select this. Or you can find, especially this is particularly important if you're publishing this publicly online. You can get bots and spiders, is what they sometimes call them, who come in and can really mess up data with publicly posted links like this. So just be mindful of that. Usually through email, it's no issue, or social media, usually it's no issue either. But oftentimes if you post it particularly on a web page, you might have issues. So just be aware of that. Anyone can respond is probably what you want there. And then all you have to do is copy that link, and you can bring it into a new browser just to test it. I'm going to select here, and it shows me a preview of what my customers are going to see. Check it out. It looks pretty good. And down here as well, you can, if you're working with teammates, you can get a link to collaborate with other people, or you can share this as a template. So there's other ways of modifying the theme here. These are fun. Probably you don't need that. And here's, of course, a preview button to kind of get at what you're looking for. There's ways of printing here, changing the language, all these extra wonderful tools. But that's the crux of it. I'd point out the real magic comes when you start seeing responses come through and you can start to collect data. So let me just illustrate that by showing you, for instance, what I did with your crowdsourcing trigger. So when we surveyed you based on the trigger question exercise, I did it through Microsoft Form. And here you can see how the responses came through. We had 14 responses, took people quite a few minutes, 9 minutes on average to complete this. And I can get a preview of these responses. I can also view them one by one. So you can see it gives me the names of the individuals, and I can see what each person's question was or response was. There's ways of setting this up as anonymous. In fact, if you're sharing it using the anyone can respond link, it's going to be anonymous unless you specifically ask for a name for the respondent. However, if you say people within Hiram, it'll automatically collect their name unless you select otherwise. Just some extra technical information. So that is an overview of how to use Microsoft Forms. It was pretty quick, but there's, in addition to this, there's a bunch of other tutorials online. And of course, any of these things, if you get hung up, reach out to us directly, and we're happy to help you get the rapid responses to your prototypes as quick as possible. Thank you.